Welcome to this channel, guys, and thank you very much for your support. I just realized that as I was doing this video, we had actually surpassed the 7,000 subscribers mark, and of course I owe you this. This is a really big appreciation from your end, and thank you very much for always supporting this. Actually, we are into this game only 50 days. We started officially the first week of January. So today, guys, I opined in my previous video, just a look here, if you look at it here, that it was time for William Ruto to reduce on his attacks, or rather to cease the fire on his attack on President Uhuru Kenyatta. And just true to my word, William Ruto was in Nyeri and he's now going for the consultations with the county stakeholders. And I saw his tweet saying that he's going to hold these consultations in the 47 counties. So to me, this might be a new strategy. Of course, we'll try to look at it in some time in another exclusive analysis. But of course, some of the things I mentioned there really are coming true. And I had also mentioned that it was time not to over-depend on the stadium rallies and the roadside, but also go to talk to the community, because this is what Azimio has been doing. And of course, it seems Ruto, someone really shared with him this tip and is now employing it in central Kenya. So guys, I want us to look at this. 10 days, Raila Odinga has been out of the country, and he flew in Ethiopia, then went to India. But something has been so striking that people had been thinking that his campaigns really are going to be affected. But after that, we saw Hassan Joho, Kanini Kega, Ledama Olekina, and Sabina Chege, and Junet Mohammed actually taking the mantle to spearhead Raila Odinga's campaigns in a team that is called like Raila Jeshi Raila. Then after that, of course, there was rumors that some leaders within ODM were never comfortable. And I remember Orengo was actually on the spotlight saying that Raila Odinga's campaign have been hatched at the State House, and now some of the prominent leaders within ODM did not have even a say during his campaign rallies. The truth of the matter here is that the Raila Odinga has a special campaign team that is chaired by Nderitu Muridi, who is the Laikipia governor. Now in this video, I want to dismiss the allegations that there are cracks within Azimio la Umoja. But I want to say, guys, here, that Raila Odinga have designed a kitchen cabinet, and this kitchen cabinet is divided into 4 factions, and these are the guys that are core to winning Raila Odinga presidency coming August general election. That is what I wanted to look at. If you are watching this video and you've not yet subscribed, take a second and subscribe. And of more importance also, click the notification bell so that when we publish a video, you will be notified. Secondly, make sure that you give us your feedback on our topic of the day as we look at Raila Odinga's kitchen cabinet. So let's look at this Raila Odinga's campaigns. First, within ODM party, because Raila Odinga is an ODM party candidate, there are 2 factions that are leading the campaigns. So in ODM party, there is the 2 deputy chairpersons, that is Oparanya and Joho, are divided into 2. So there is a team that Joho is leading, and there is a team that Oparanya is leading. And I think this is where there have been that misunderstanding. So I want to explain it so that you guys understand. Joho and Junet are actually Joho, Junet, Ledama Olekina, with Kanini Kega and Sabina Chege. That team is led by Joho. The person who is chairing that, the person who is the leader in that is Hassan Joho. Because if you look at him, Hassan Joho is a cheerleader. He's loved all over the country. And I think he's one person that his charisma is very good in terms of how he can actually resonate with the youth. Now, that was formulated with a special focus on the youth. And if you look at the way they talk with a language that resonates with the youth. They dress. If you look at the dress code, you realize that they are in casual jeans. And just look at the latest rallies when they held rally in Vihiga. They have been to Busia. And today they are in Migori. If you look at their dress code, they are actually in casual. But then Junet Mohammed is tasked to give Raila reports on the progress of those rallies. And that team is been crafted because you can see Sabina Chege and Kanini Kega part of that. So Jubilee side produced Kanini Kega and Sabina Chege. Then ODM produced the other three, and also Babu Owino is there. So that is a team of vibrant young people that now they excite the youth, they address like the youth, and it is specifically targeting that group. Then Oparanya, and people have been asking why Oparanya was not part of this. Oparanya is also leading another group, and Oparanya specifically is working with ODM elected leaders from Western and partly Nyanza, but majority Western. So in Western, the areas, like if you look at the other team, let me go to the other team is covering all over, but Oparanya is tasked to take charge of Kakamega, Vihiga, and also work closely with Busia. So actually there are reports that I think from Thursday, Oparanya is going to have rallies in those two counties. He should actually cement the two parties. So he's actually also working with Otichilo. So within ODM, those are the two factions. And out of ODM, there is a faction that is led by Nderitu Murithi. Nderitu Murithi is the chairperson of Raila Odinga's campaign team. So this second bit is including Nderitu Murithi, Amason Kingi, Kisii Governor Ongwae, aspirant James, Siaya Governor Territorial aspirant James Orengo, and a host of other senior governors. Now, if you look at that group is also taking their rallies to the community. But unlike the rest, they are actually tasked. That team also has minor commander on the other side of Jubilee and Peter Kenneth. So that team is tasked to do consultations at community level. Just before I did this video, I was talking to a gentleman who he works for the county government of Laikipia, and he actually stays in Laikipia, in Nanyuki. I don't know that Nanyuki is Laikipia, someone should mention to me. Then he was telling me that there is the Nderitu Murithi team. There is a team that is led by Nderitu Murithi who are holding town hall meetings with elderly and a bit of middle-aged, and they are just having direct conversations. They are talking to people one-on-one. So then from the town halls, they are also working to chief barazas within the central Kenya. Now, this is the team that is coordinated by Nderitu Murithi, and it is actually tasked to uproot the Raila phobia and the negative publicity and the stereotypes that have been painted on Raila Odinga's name, especially in central Kenya. Now, all these formations are coordinated from the core center, which is Raila Odinga's special top presidential campaign team. So apart from that, there is the other team that is led by none other than Eugene Wamalwa. Eugene Wamalwa is the party leader of DAPK, patron of DAPK. The party leader is Wamunyinyi, but the person behind that party is Eugene Wamalwa. And now with Eugene Wamalwa is tasked to counter UDA Kenya Kwanza inroads in Bungoma and Trans Nzoia County. If you ask me, I can tell you that Trans Nzoia with Natembeya, and I'm told Natembeya's running mate is going to be Joshua Kutuny. I was asking where's Joshua Kutuny. That one is already enough to uproot Moses Masika Wetangula from Trans Nzoia. But in Bungoma, they are also going to be tasked on attack. And that is why you will see that the rally that was held in Busia by the Sky Team is the Joho team, the rally that was held in Busia, actually it was a merger of the two factions, Eugene Wamalwa factor and Joho's factor. So this team also are designated technically to counter the Bungoma and to take care of Bungoma and Trans Nzoia. The other team that is also spearheading Raila Odinga's campaign are the team from the Uhuru Kenyatta's cabinet. Now that team is led by CS Matiang'i, Peter Munya, Joe Musheru, who is in charge of ICT, and also James Macharia in charge of transport and infrastructure. So that team is tasked to try to link Raila with Jubilee successes in the second term. And that is why you will actually hear Peter Munya, he was saying that Uhuru government did not achieve much in the first term because some of the money was stolen and were actually corrupted. So their main aim here is to take a swipe at deputy president and also give success. Actually, Matiang'i is on record saying that some of the budget that they had set for security, that they spent on security in the first term, was actually reduced by almost 75% because there was no unrest in the second term. So working with Raila Odinga gave them a conducive environment to deliver to Kenyans. So that team is also here, and I think it's also doing a great job. So guys, you can also tell us, what do you think about this campaign team? I've also realized that people are following me on social media. In Facebook, search Kevin Oduor. In Twitter, Kevin_Oduor. And Instagram, Kevin_Oduor. And thank you very much for your continued support.